Let's do this.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
What is up, YouTube? It's Sneezy. I got some Thresh coaching. The FF at $20 replay review on stream. Come stream, donate $20. Get your replay reviewed. I can tell you if you suck
30 seconds
or if your team's holding you back. Yeah. So we got a guy, plays Thresh, had a downswing, has climbed out of the mean streets of Bronze 5, went all the way to Gold 1, and then tilted back down, and he's like Gold 5, which that's quite a drop. That means you lost a lot. So, let's do it. Let's do it, burr. Actually, I don't know why I'm not addressing this. Why aren't you invading? Fuck it. Ping it and try to make it invade. If they don't come, then you can sit in the jungle and be a pussy. But try to ping. Make something happen. You don't have to, like, say anything to them. You can just ping it if you're not comfortable chatting with them. Whatever. You ping, ping, ping. If they don't move, then you go and sit to the side. That's fine.
The ends of creation.
Your lane's really weak. Vayne is really weak. This is a tough one for me to analyze because I don't want you to play like a this is what I want you to do. All I really want right now is for you to try to hook people under turret and not get cheesed by this. It's a fucking Teemo, Lucian, and you have a Vayne. Vaynes are all dog shit in low elo, so this is like a lane I don't want to play with as Thresh. But you can definitely win if you hit some well-placed hooks. So, because Vayne's not pushing, you guys are going to be playing on the back foot. It's going to be your responsibility to try to find hook spots. Yeah, like that. If you're going to go for that, whatever that just was. Hold on, I got to turn off the stupid voice shit is dumb. They did some voice thing where they released Yorick, and then now he, like, reads fucking last rites to people every time you rewind this shit. It's so dumb. If you want to go for these hooks, what you'd be better off doing is right here. The Teemo steps in a little too close. Preferably you want to go in as that big minion's dying, but you would just want to walk forward. Like, you don't walk forward enough here. Walk up to him. Like, step into him. You have full HP, right? You can trade a little bit of damage to try to find a good spot to go in. The idea is if you hit that flay and chain it into a hook there with just a few minions left, you're in a pretty good spot to find an all-in. This is how I would win this lane if I was playing Thresh and I had a shitty ADC. I would basically just try to bank on hitting people into the tower like fucking pinball. That would be the only way that I would feel confident. Because like I said, I don't trust Vayne. My goal would be to, not only would I be trying to hit people into the tower, but I would be trying to hit people into the tower and, you know, if Vayne plays it shitty and doesn't seem confident, whatever, I'm taking the kill, I'm getting Mobies and I'm roaming. If Vayne plays it okay and reacts and condemns, and give him the kill. But it's really going to be your judgment. The thing that I really want to hammer home with Thresh is that you need to have a very clear plan about how you're going to find kills in lane, because Thresh isn't very reliable in terms of, like, we're just going to sit and break even. You got to, like, make plays, just like you would with, like, a Blitzcrank, or just like you would with a Leona. You can't just sit back and automatically win, like with Janna Soraka, or Janna Soraka. I'm trying to think of, like, another example of, like, a passive lane. Maybe even, you can even play, like, Braum kind of passive if you really wanted to. But anyways, you get my point. You're only going to find success if you have a plan going into the game, and then you try to execute that plan, and you have to execute it cleanly. It's kind of like the pro and con of Thresh. Thresh looks like a god when he's getting hot. Try to lead with your flay still. You have plenty of HP to work with, and you can take an ugly trade to try to get a decent flay. I don't know if I would go for this flay, though, just because there's so many minions here. Yeah, Lulu's another example of passive one, too. I don't think I would go for this trade because of the minions and the fact that your ADC is low. I would instead wait, maybe even help auto some minions. Ignore your ADC if he pings you for autoing. You're not last hitting them, you're just getting them low so you can thin out the wave. That's all you're trying to do. So here they turn level 3, and that was going to be my next point, is that they're eventually going to hit level 3 off of this. I couldn't tell exactly when. I thought it was a little bit longer. So now, a Vayne is bad. There you go. Nothing you're going to do about that. Nothing you're going to do about that. He just goes crazy there. So that's fine. He walked into a bunch of minions at level 3. That's ADC. That's what you get for supporting. That's fine. I'm pretty sure... There you go. Nice little combo in there. But Vayne is too low. Oh, you overchase. No. No, you were fine. First blood? Okay. At least you got the first blood for it. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. I thought it was ugly, but at least... If you're gonna fucking suicide, it better be for first blood. That has to be the worst TP. That is like, oh my god, and he's gonna take the farm. And he's gonna suicide? I'm so depressed. Now, to be clear, this is why I say what I was saying at the beginning of this video. You are in low elo. You're in like low gold now. So when I'm talking about how you need to find spots as soon as possible, as cleanly as possible in order to climb with Thresh, that hideousness was why I say that. Is because as a support, you're relying on, and you're playing Thresh, which is more of a utility support, you're relying on somebody on your team to make something happen. As soon as you can give people leads or give yourself a lead, you need to take it. Because if you don't, you get the Corki teleporting and suiciding. This is the pro and con of support. Support can carry off of like a quick snap all in, a quick pick in the early lane phase into roaming. A support can carry, but just remember the clock is against you. The clock is ticking as a support, because even if you win lane down here, if you don't transition that into other lanes, it might not matter. So, but it's more likely for you to carry than it is for your ADC to carry. So here, Vayne loves just getting close to minions when there's like 1,000 of them there. Takes half his HP and damage already. So you're stepping in, but you just blew hook, right? So don't walk forward without your whole rotation. There's no point in it. Alright, there's no point in it. You need your whole rotation. You're not getting any help out of your jungler right now. That's fine. What do you have for sums? Okay, this is a good hook. Auto. I'm pretty sure you can auto before flaying there, and you'd be fine. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. This is a decent TP. I would stay in there, keep autoing Teemo. It's a bad TP though because he doesn't have ult. That hook miss was wildly unfortunate. Thankfully, you get the assist anyways. And yeah. You engage decent there for your team. You hit a decent hook. And your Scion... I thought it was going to be a cool TP because he was going to TP with ult, but I forgot that this is gold and these guys are TPing without ults and shit. Pretty bad. Here, you need to dive this. Or you need to attempt to dive it. Walk at him. Walk at him. Or that works too, if he's gonna eat it. Alright. That works for me. I would have walked at him first before trying to throw that hook, but whatever. If he's gonna max range it, if he's gonna give you a max range hook, then take it. But yeah, the big thing is you had 3 there. You had Lucian dead. You knew where Brand was. You knew where the Braum top is. God, this game is ugly. And you could have very easily just walked it in to secure it. And just give him a sec, like, you know, get him off of turret aggro if you want. Smack a couple times, then hook him. You didn't have to just try to max range it. Your mid laner is poopy bad. Like, absolute poopy dump. And that's okay.
Blue team double kill.
And your jungle is also poopy bad. This is definitely one of those games where Mateam Do. This is a Mateam Do kind of game. You got a very unlucky team. You got a lane that you can't really bully with. You got a mid laner that's retarded. You've got a top laner that's retarded. And you've got a jungler that's retarded. Collectively, it doesn't matter though, because this game could go on for another 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever. It does go off for 34, so that kind of cancels each other out. But this is a weak team. So this is a hard one. Even for low elo, this is a hard one. But now, you and Vayne have a window, I think, where you should start opening up the aggression. Now, Vayne's going to be pretty strong here. He's got heal, you've got exhaust. I would start trying to look for spots to go in more aggressively. It's basically clear at this point. It's basically clear for this point that your team is not going to do much. Braum top is winning with support item and a blasting rod. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm very confused. So this is an ugly game. Stop trying to lead with max range hooks. Instead, you have a nice little window where you could walk it in, look for a flay hook, but instead you elect to do a max range hook for some reason. It's okay. It's okay to just walk at him first. You don't need to lead with the hook. Walk at him, auto him, maybe then flay into the hook. Do that shit. All right. You could definitely win a 2v2 as long as you lead with the hook first. There's no reason that you would lose this, and the reason why I say that is because Teemo has no summoner. He has teleport. Because this is a retarded ass game. All right. Okay, flay. No, don't flay away. I guess your hook was on cooldown. Now, they're level 6, so I would delay the all-in until you guys get some levels. You don't have it. You'll lose that just off of base stats. Nice try on the hook, but I don't know what... I don't like this. This isn't going to end well. Nice try on the hook, but I don't know why you wouldn't wait for a better spot when you can actually follow it up with an engage. You have minions there, and you guys are still level 5. Why not wait until you have level 6 and then try to find that fancy hook as the minions are dying? Okay. Oh my god, I'm a team. No. No. So, breaking this fight down for you, Kha'Zix can win this, but only if he's level 6. Kayle is level 6 and will not lose this fight, ever. Kha'Zix can't even run away unless he has his jump up. Kha'Zix could have killed the Kayle. I want you to see the best way you could have played this fight. You hook. You hold it. You wait and see if he deals damage. You back away. This would have been the best. Like, here is your window where Kha'Zix could have Q'd him and killed him because Kayle wouldn't have been able to ult because he was CC'd. This would have been perfect right here. But instead, what you did is you CC'd. I mean, it's so obvious that once you've gone over, he's going to just ult and kill you both. There's no way around it. You have to know that, though. and that's just, you know, champion knowledge. But don't, like, you hit this hook, and then he could have killed him, but he doesn't, right? So you just, whatever, dumbass, and then you move back to your lane. That would have been the best way to play this. When you jump in, you needed to flay right away. I don't know if you had it. There might have been hope if you flayed that he wouldn't have been able to get his ult off in there. Right, but now you just gave it double kill. By jumping over, you know, whatever. It is what it is. And you know, if he gets mad that you just hooked him and then jump in over the wall, you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to know better than they do. Otherwise, you're right there with them. Dive comes out. Vayne runs away. He's still not level 6 somehow. I'm amazed. And he backs. So yeah, this is a rough game, dude. I will grant you, I'm sure not all your games are like this, but I will nod in agreement that this is a rough one for a support player. I like that you're trying to make a play happen. I like this. I like that you tried to find a window here. That's all well and good. Your Kha'Zix wants to do dragon. I like that you go for the Teemo instead of forcing the dragon right away. That's a good pick. If you can make it out, that's pretty juicy. Nice. So see, even though your team isn't that great, couple decent hooks here or there, there's still hope. Alright, so let's see what happens here. You kind of linger around, and I'm not sure why. No, this isn't worth it. This is never worth it. That is like the luckiest shit going. And the only reason, like, it's one of those plays where it only works out because this guy's a moron. So remember, don't be results oriented. I'm telling you it's bad. Somehow it fucking pans out. But it only pans out because this guy decides that he's going to just fucking tunnel. Okay? You shouldn't be hooking with the intent to fucking flash out and like hope that it lucks out, right? You should just really be resetting because this shit's over. Because this Vayne could have very easily been dead here. Kayle could have flashed ulted, the brand didn't make the play. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Yep.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So you've gotten your Vayne fed somehow. And you make a pick on the Lucian. Nicely done. My next question is going to be, did you not think that a locket was good here? For some reason. Your fed carries are Kayle and Brand. I would imagine that a locket would be super fucking helpful here versus their composition. And you would have an extra shield to help Vayne out. I think Locket would have been a nice investment over the Warden's Mail. So here you try to Lantern in Vayne. He doesn't get there fast enough. And you know you're trying to help your team. You're being aggressive with your auto attacks. You're making hooks. I like this. Hook under turret into a flare. That's a great hook. You're doing... This is great. I don't mind this at all. You're doing what you can. Still hitting hooks. Vayne dives too deep. Oh, you're diving too deep too, though. And that's not what we want. No. That's on you. Let's back this up to break this down. So, you guys push the lane. You hit a nice hook. For some reason, Vayne decides that he's going to tumble behind turret 1v whatever. And he doesn't have... He just doesn't have any reason to make this play right now. There's no minions. All the minions are dead, so he's going to just be leading into the tower and tanking the tower first and foremost, which is just horrible, okay? So he heals and flashes and just fucking ruins his lead. You don't need to follow it, though. You're tanking turret, too. You're all diving over minions to do this. There's no minions on the turret. So now, and then you hook, and then it's just ugly. The game is so simple in terms of, are minions on the turret or are they not on the turret before I dive? That's it. It's not more complicated than that. Okay? So, when he dives in like a moron, just roll your eyes and back away. You have to be the smarter player there. Alright? Oh my god, watching this Kha'Zix is unique. It's a unique play. Okay, good hook onto the brand. However, this is a situation where you're making a good hook, but you're not doing it with anyone to follow up. That's on you. Watch it again. You have vision of mid. But look at where your team is. There's a turret that's gonna fall. And Corki's out of position. It's just you and Vayne. Okay? So you make this hook. Why you are stepping behind this Kale is one thing that confuses me too, because Kale is much easier to deal with than Brand. If you grab Kale and just burn the ult and disengage out with Lantern, then you fucking made an awesome trade. But instead you step in front of Kale and you don't have vision of these other guys. Like your team is back here. My team. I think this would have been a lot better if you just tried to pick this guy and back away until you have more bodies next to you. So as a result, that's on you. I think it actually looks like so far that your mid game is pretty fucking bad, and that your laning is actually pretty good. So pros and cons. Your laning is much better than your mid game from what I've seen. You're hitting hooks, and you have the mechanics to hit hooks, but you're not thinking about when you shouldn't hook. You need to be in a bit of a more control position. Corki kiting pretty well. Trying to. Kha'Zix playing horribly. My team. Now you're coming in. You have Flash. Vayne's okay. Vayne's making some decent moves here. Don't like that Flash. Unnecessary Flash. This was already won. So you guys are obviously crushing this, and there's no rush. But you kind of flash anyways before, like, they have a long way to go before they're in the clear, right? You guys are clearly winning that fight. So by you flashing there, you kind of show your hand, and then they can just play against that very quickly. What I'm saying is, use the space, walk them all the way back, and see if you can't find a better opening, a window. You don't need to flash right away there. Fight was clearly over. Okay, so you're looking for Kale. You have Vayne with you, so I don't mind this as bad. Corki's nearby, and they are backing, so it's not that ugly of a push to try to find something. So you're roaming through the jungle, and then Vayne works off you pretty nicely, and that's a good pick. I like that. That's better than what you were doing a second ago. It's definitely a better spot when people have just backed or gotten low to look for picks. So now, Kha'Zix being bad. You got your Vayne pushing. You're going top. Teemo's pushing top. This is easy mode to play. Why lead with the hook right there? Walk him into checkmate spot first. What's the rush? Same thing as before. What's the rush? Where the fuck is he gonna go? Right? He can only go one way. You show your hand again. You go, oh, I'm gonna hook. And you tell on yourself. Whereas you could literally just follow him behind the trees and just wait until he picks a side and then flay into the hook. Keep this shit short. Keep this shit short. Now watch. He's gonna run you around for longer. Gonna waste your time. If he had dodged that hook, he was home free, by the way. So just play it a little smarter. Vayne's 1v9ing. Don't know why you're running down there. You're better off going mid and hitting minions. Look, this Vayne was caught ages ago. These guys were dead ages ago. It's just heads on the minimap, bruh. It's just numbers. 4 greater than 2, they're not getting out. So you walk right down mid and you ping mid, you go ping ping, and then you fucking try to get this turret down. Way better than walking down here. There's 4 bottom. They should never have 4 bottom. Go and push something. I don't care that you're Thresh and your support. Go hit minions and shove a lane. It's better than walking all the way down here and wasting time. See, look at this. You're just wasting time. Nothing's gonna get done. You could have bared down on mid and probably gotten it down and then disengaged up to Scion and maybe pushed to tier 2. Or just threatened to push it and then back away. But instead you chase around, you play with your dingling and nothing gets done. Same rules before. You're coming down, you're leading with your hook, and I don't know why you're rushing it again. Where's he gonna go, dude? Look at his position. Where can he go? Look at that. Like, are you serious? Why animate and then slow yourself down when you could just walk at him and flay him first? Or just walk at him, auto him, wait till he blows a dash or something, and then go for the hook. You finally get him, takes way too long. Mid goes down. Hooks are good. No dives this time, I hope. You still have a wave. I like how you're positioning. Unfortunately, Vayne doesn't turn around after getting the kill. Yikes. I liked your positioning a lot better here. Unfortunately, your team wasn't on the same page as you, and you positioned back, and it looked like you understood that you were losing and that you needed to position backwards more, which is what allows for plays like the one you just made to happen, is because of the way you position back. Okay? So that was good. I actually didn't mind that. You looked a lot more aware of what's happening on that fight than the one when you were like trying to dive. You seemed more in tune with the reality that that was a losing proposition and there was nothing that you could do to stop it from being a loss. Nice trying that. One second, I need a scoreboard here. See how long. Okay. This game still looks up for grabs to me, so I'm gonna look and see what happens. Why are we here though? What are we doing? This guy's shit, right? This guy's dog shit. You should recognize that he's dog shit. Remember? He was the Kha'Zix that like was trying to level 5, level 6 a fucking Kale or whatever the hell it was. Why are we here? You're just hooking in without thinking. Like, look at your team again. 3 top. This can't be good for you. He ran straight at you. They have vision of both of you. You just cleared a ward. If Brand's walking at you in a straight line, he obviously knows something that you don't. So this was bad. Bad. Bad Thresh. Wasted a flash. Bad. Play here, good. Play here, really fucking bad. Yeah. Yep. It's a decent engage, sort of. I don't know why you felt the need to ult that one guy. He was definitely fucked. Definitely fucked. You got numbers, you got 4v2, you got fucking... You got it. Oh, okay, my bad, dude. This was fine. I didn't know you got the Lucian in there. I'm sorry. This was fine. I like that engage, actually, a lot. Sorry. Yeah, I like this. Now that I see that you chained in the Lucian, I didn't see it the first time. That's great. Probably should have stayed trying to hook the Lucian though, because Kayle was dead to rights, has no escapes. Now, you should be pinging Baron here. And that's why you should Baron here. Is because you're just asking for the easiest defense ever. Pull them to Baron right after this point. Ping Baron, go Baron, Baron, Baron. And then if they don't follow you, sit back and just try to hook from max range and give lanterns. You have enough mana for that. But you kind of face tanked it there, and I don't like that. Because remember, always check who's fed. Brand's fed, and Teemo's not fed, but, you know, Brand is going to deal 1 million damage with his ult. So instead of trying to push in, try to go to Baron, try to encourage your team to Baron, and then if they follow, and you can see, because you just shoved a wave to turret, right? So you can see if they're going to follow you. If they follow you, then all you have to do is just try to CC lock the Brand before he blows up your whole fucking team. Whereas pushing into the turret here, you have Vayne, he's not going to hit the turret. You have Corki, no mana, he's not going to be able to hit the turret. It's just not going to be as easy as pulling them out into Baron. That's why I like to take Baron after a big team fight earlier rather than later. And I like to do it before getting inhib, because it makes getting Baron is free inhib. Taking inhib, yes, it applies pressure to Baron sort of, but only if it's the bottom lane. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. They can just clear it and then defend Baron. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. Vayne is horrid. Holy fuck. Yikes. That was the dumbest of the dumb. I don't know what he thought he was going to do. He didn't have ult up. Just fucking horrible play. And they got Baron, and that's pretty much when you lost. In my opinion. Now you're fighting a Baron team and 19,000 minions. That was a horrible play by you. Yeah, I hate this. I hate that play. Would much rather wait out Baron than force a goofy fight. You know, this game's a clown fiesta to the max, so thankfully it kind of works out. But like, you don't want to be staggered versus Baron. You just want to wave clear and chill. And you're still fighting a Baron team. Your whole team is fighting a Baron team. That's not just you. Alright, let's see if you do it again. You run it down mid. You hook. Vayne has ult. I like how you try to delta split a little bit here. I thought the game was over at Baron. Now they don't have any Baron. So now I'm kind of amazed. I don't, by the way, that hook on the Brand, it kind of, it's good, but you like got there in such a dumb way. Like they had Baron, they had 1 million minions. You like try to force an awkward fight instead of clearing the wave and just finding a good smart pick under turret or near turret or something. It's gambly. I don't like gambles. I like smart decisions. Here, I like the Brand hook into the fight after you get there in a hideous way. Just because getting the Brand down means that ends Baron push, to my knowledge. I don't see anybody with Baron buff. So actually, oh, Lucian still has it. Well, either way, I still like you trying to isolate the guy with a Baron, but I don't think that's what you were thinking. I think you're just like, I gotta hook somebody. IR Thresh. You noob, you feed. That's what you were thinking in your mind. You noob, you feed. And I don't like that. Why flash? I don't like that flash. That guy's dead even if he gets the kill onto Vayne. Even if he gets the kill onto Vayne, he's dead. Vayne could have walked away anyways, but he just decided the suicide. He's dead regardless of what you do. Because you have your teammates collapsing and Brom's sitting top. AP Brom. You need that hook for a better fight. And you have to be able to judge. Yeah, there's no reason for you to be there because no one was going to help you contest it anyways, and you already know that they're on it like 100% of the time because your team's back while chasing Teemo. You don't need vision of it because you're stuck in your base, and Mountain Dragon isn't going to end the game anyways. So there's no need for you to check it. Not with Vayne dead. You need to work off Vayne. Or Kha'Zix, or, you know, just work off carries. And Kale's 1v9ing. Yeah, that's how you lost. If you were there in that last fight, you could have probably turned it, but you kind of just gave the free one away. This is like an ARAM. What the fuck? And you guys are kind of going in one at a time, not really thinking about what's happening. Kale's gonna shit on you. There it is. Oh, no. How do you guys lose? Oh, Brand's gonna ult you all? Yeah. You guys surrendered. You surrendered. Oh, never mind. They just ended it. Okay. Yeah, dude. Overall, I think that on the Thresh, I think that your laning is decent. I think that you had kind of a weird lane to work off of with the weak Vayne or whatever, but you made it work. You got to mid-game. You made some horrible mid-game decisions. You also made some decent ones. I think that you're not thinking enough about your decisions. You're just kind of going through the motions. You had moments of brilliance where you positioned accordingly to what was happening in a fight, but then at other times you're not thinking of the fundamentals like, are there minions on the turret before I die? Other times you are not thinking about minions like they had a Baron buff and 20 fucking Baron minions and you just walk through them and try to force a fight. You did it twice this game. You also tried to go for a dragon, to ward a dragon that even if you get the ward down, at best you just see them taking dragon. That's all the ward does. This is just see, oh, they're doing what I thought they were. No one's going to help you if you get the ward down. If no one's helping you ward an objective, guess what? There's no point of warding it because they obviously don't really care that much about the vision. So you can move towards it, see if they're moving towards it, back away, drop a ward that's a little closer to your base, and then play around that. That's your responsibility as a support. The only time that I would be near suiciding to get vision down is if it's like Baron. But a Mountain Drake, no. Nope. Not that important, especially when the Baron was already dead. Overall, I think that this game was rough. It was kind of a bullshit game. You got a very unlucky team to work with. But regardless, you did not play You did not play spotless, especially in the mid game. You actually had a decent position to get your Vayne super ahead, and eventually you did build Locket and all that stuff. I just would have liked to see you make better decisions in the mid game. And another one was this death where, this death where you had an option to go get Baron. You had 4 players up. They had like 3 players down. You could have pushed them to Baron. That's on you. You're a pick champ. You love Baron. You love objectives. Why? Because anytime that any team goes for objectives, you just fucking hook somebody. It happened to me today in the fucking Cutie Pie game that I played earlier today. All right? I fucking walk to try to ward an objective, and I get hooked. That's how it is. That's why you do objectives more often with champs like Thresh and Blitzcrank. All right, I hope this helped you, my dude. Thank you for donating. Thank you for watching, everybody on YouTube and Twitch and all that shit. I'm out. Peace. Crackers.